nothing but love and respect. You might have some cool fans, but mine are the best. We've been through it all, went to war when duty called. Never left a man behind, we move as one is super strong. I don't want followers, that implies I'm the leader. I'm not the captain, I just gave them something they can believe in. I hold the lamp in the darkness, but they're the light that I needed to see the road that we walk in between the angels and demons. And my fans have my back. Hate us if your feelings don't like facts. And my fans will fight back. Beat you with the keyboard you've been using to write back. I guess we need each other like both sides of the battery. We the army, we the homies, we the gang, we the cavalry. We're brothers and sisters, we hold it down like we gravity. Can't nobody break the bond that made us all family.
Me and my fans, we don't care what anybody say. Middle fingers to whoever in the way, man. Me and my fans, we gon' be together till the grave. It's the game till forever and a day, man. Me and my fans, we don't even trip in the hate. We the own in our veins, man. Me and my fans,
We the hangover gang. Gang, 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 gang.
Oklahoma weather can dish out some of the worst punishment in the world. Hi everyone, I'm meteorologist Tuttle. But now you can fight back by installing Class 4 impact-resistant shingles from Ferguson Roof Systems. These shingles can withstand large hail, heavy rain, and hurricane-force winds, all while keeping your home safe and dry. And the best part? This upgrade is completely free for many homeowners. So call today to start reaping the benefits these Class 4 shingles bring, including a discount on home insurance. Only at FergusonRoofSystems.com.
Hey there, meteorologist Tuttle with you on a Wednesday night. It's about 9:30. And I'll give you an update as how things are looking for next week. If you read my blog on Sunday or Monday, you noticed I mentioned we're kind of changing into a pattern that's going to be a little more favorable for more potential winter storms here in the Southern Plains. So our first one comes up by the time we head into Wednesday and Thursday of next week. So we're going to outline that here for you tonight. So this will be a full week away. And then we'll see what the data shows as of now. And over the next few days, we're going to fine-tune with future live updates and kind of see how things are evolving. So thanks for joining me. You come to the right place here at AT's Weather. Please like and share this video as we speak. Hit that share button to share it on your news feed. Remember to tap the bell on YouTube and Twitter and also Facebook. Hit those live notifications so you don't miss a single broadcast. And then finally, last but not least, I'm going to post a link for you guys on Facebook. If you want to get a direct notification from me through your Facebook Messenger, just tap that link and I'll get you squared away. And I know a lot of you are wanting some rain. I hear you. I've got some good news if you're wanting rain. Yes, because we kind of are in a drought type situation. So we desperately need some rain. My goodness. All right, so let's get on with it, shall we? Let me minimize this and maximize that. And let's get on with it. All right, so first things first. We're going to see some rain about 15,000 feet tomorrow in the morning hours. It's going to evaporate on its way down, though. This is up here across northern Oklahoma. In the morning hours for your Thursday does stretch here into central Oklahoma. When I say evaporate, it's because the atmosphere is just too dry at the lowest levels. If I plot a sounding forecast on here for you, the green and the red very close together, which means saturated here in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere. That's great, but we need this lower level to be saturated. Not going to happen. Too much of a dew point depression, which means any of the precipitation that forms in this region and falls from the cloud into this drier air mass just evaporates. So what you're going to see, probably some sprinkles tomorrow moving by in the morning hours across the state from north to south as a secondary reinforcing shot of some very pathetic cooler air moves in. Because all it's really doing is reinforcing the cold nights and reinforcing the nice milder days. So there you go. So here's another look, by the way, at what that means. I'm going to show you Saturday first. So let's go ahead and zip on through. Saturday morning, Friday night, Saturday morning, another cold front comes through. This one's a little bit more of a bite to it, though. So it actually should produce a little snow with it out across the panhandle of both Oklahoma and Texas as we head into Friday night and into Saturday morning. So some light accumulating snows out in that area. Now, as this moves through central Oklahoma, again, the idea here, as the forecast sounding says, it will be cold enough and it's a lot more moist here overall to produce some snow flurry activity. However, when we look at the meat and potatoes of what's going on with that, and I'll show it to you here on this two-dimensional view in the vertical, this is a system that comes our way for Thursday morning. So it's got a lot of moisture here in the mid-levels of the atmosphere, but down here where we live, up several thousand feet, bone dry. The one on Saturday, a lot of lift showing up, a lot of omega, some moisture here in the mid-levels, a little bit of moisture here in the low levels. Otherwise, a lot of dry air to overcome. So that's why I wasn't excited about it in the blog on either of these events, but they're there, so don't be surprised. See some sprinkles Thursday morning, and see a few snow flurries on Saturday morning. That's the best I can do you for this week, which is why the blog kind of hinted at the fact that it would be mostly quiet. But then after that, what comes our way? Well, let's take a look at what ill wind comes our way. Let's take a look at jet stream pattern. We'll put this in motion for you. As we go through time, we're kind of in a dry northwesterly flow, but that starts to change to a southwesterly flow by the time we head into Wednesday morning of next week. Now, here's the kicker, and this is why it'll take a few days to work this out. But as of now, the models have this coming in at a very strong upper level low, right? So closed off system. Now, what happens when it comes in this strong, and if you're wanting winter precipitation, it's a hard sell because it causes area of low pressure to develop here across eastern Colorado, and that pulls in that strong southerly wind, and that kind of helps to keep the cold air at bay in this area of the country if it comes in too strong like that. So there's a fine line where you do want an upper low, but you want the cold air in first before it kind of moves through. Now, here's how things right now, this is going off the European model, how things would progress from Wednesday into Thursday. This little low, a lot of energy kicks out ahead of us. So we're going to get some rain out of it. That's some good news. Some heavy rain at that, and yeah, even some thunderstorms. Might even be some severe weather. Talk about that in a second. Meanwhile, on Thursday morning, it kind of splits into a kind of a double barrel appearance. So one piece of energy kicks off across Oklahoma and shoots up north into Kansas and Nebraska. The other piece hangs back, and that kind of messes things up for us as well. So this will be the main precipitation maker here. This one will likely come through mostly dry, with most of the moisture will be scoured out. Now, there's a lot of time left on the clock to see if this thing changes, but right now this is the look it's providing, which is kind of a convoluted, messy look. It's not clean. Now, where's the cold air with that? Well, let's take a look here at the 925 millibar level. So we're going to track the Arctic fronts. So as I zoom this, fast forward this on to time, I'll show you the first little glancing blow is right there. When is that Arctic front? That's Saturday morning. So like I said, Saturday's going to be a little bit of a rude awakening for you compared to the last couple of days and the next couple of days. But it's a quick shot, and it's out of here. Super Bowl Sunday, we rebound here pretty quickly, so it looks like a pretty good, decent day. And then as we head on into next week, where's the next shot coming in? Here it comes out of central Canada, now moving to southern plains. But here's Thursday morning. So what happens is, if you noticed, it's putting the brakes on right here on Thursday morning. So it's not just driving due south here like Arctic fronts usually do. It's got a very strong area of low pressure holding it up here into Kansas. Now, sometimes this does verify, and then sometimes it slides a little bit more to the south in these type of patterns. It's just too early to get that specific, but I can tell you it's in the vicinity. As we head into Thursday afternoon, the colder air will continue to slowly filter in here as that low kicks out. But what that means is most of our precipitation is over with by that point in time as far as anything heavy. And then all you end up with is just some wraparound snow that usually occurs with this. And we're going to see if it's going to occur here in Oklahoma or just across this into Kansas. So let's take a look at that as well. All right, so first thing first, here's a look at the Wednesday afternoon snapshot in time for next week. You can see the winter precipitation up here across Kansas and Nebraska and Colorado. But what you see here, what is this? What do I spy with my little eye? Some heavy-looking thunderstorms. And could it be, let's take a look. Yeah, there's some instability here. These are the Cape values and the shear overlaid. 600, 500 joules. Here's up close to 1,000 here in southwest Oklahoma and northwest Texas, all the way down to southern Texas. So this is a thin corridor of instability that tries to return ahead of that upper low. And that's just because it was so strong in the model data. Now what that does for us, believe it or not, it's got some decent shear with it, and it's got some decent moisture and moderate instability, so it does try to produce a marginal tornado risk. Now, you know me, I don't talk about tornadoes beyond 48 hours out because too many things can change and there's too much nonsense between now and then. Only point to show you this is that we should be getting some thunderstorms, assuming we get some of this instability back up here and some favorable shear. The rest of it, we can work out the details as we get closer to it. All right, so that's how that should progress. Now, as those storms move through, so this means you're going to put down some fertilizer, maybe some pre-emergent you've been holding off on that. Maybe you missed the last round. Maybe you want to do it this time around. It is the middle of the month for February, so you'll just get under the wire for the spring weed problem. So I'd say put it down. That's what I'm going to do. So here we go to Thursday into the morning hours. You can see that round quickly moves off into Arkansas, Missouri. We have the wraparound snow and a little wintry mix up here to Kansas and Nebraska. And it just doesn't quite come all the way into Oklahoma. Pretty lame. So it doesn't really have their winter storm here. It has it just to the north into Kansas. Now, if you look at the models from the European and the American and the Canadian, kind of see where they all dump the snow for right now. Remember, these totals are all fantasy land, but the point we're going to look at is just where it places the snow bands. So this particular model, the European, has it north and west of us, from Colorado to Kansas, Nebraska. The Canadian model dips it a lot more south. Gives a little light taste here in Oklahoma, better stuff in the Panhandle, and then across in the Kansas area, points north and east from there. The American model says, you guys are crazy with those heavy snowfall totals. I'm going to drastically cut those back. It's reality. But I'm also going to keep most of it in Kansas. So it kind of does the middle of the road approach between the European and the Canadian, which provides still most of the snow in Kansas and hardly anything at all in Oklahoma. If you do look at the European ensembles, which we looked at, remember the last snow system, and we saw all of these, every little run. These are the runs over here on the left, all 50 of them, and each one would be a bar if it had snow. All right. Well, they would go all the way down, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, all we have is just a couple here, a couple here, a couple here. So the model itself is not overly excited about getting snow here in Oklahoma City. This is central Oklahoma plot for this, by the way. But at least it does have some ensembles here. So what we will watch for to see if these increase, which means model confidence increasing in more measurable snow here in Oklahoma City as we head into that time frame. But until then, this is all we have to work with. So here's a look at how things ought to progress with temperatures over the next few days. Again, lovely. For now, 60s for Thursday and Friday for daytime highs. And then Saturday, quite a bit colder. It'll be a little shock to you. So we'll be right around freezing or below in the early morning hours, and then we'll rebound into the low mid-40s. And then the Sunday's looking pretty good for your Super Bowl festivities. Not nearly as nice as, of course, the next couple of days. But then Monday, Tuesday looks good. And then we'll watch what happens here from Wednesday night with that next strong cold front for Thursday. We'll see if some more of that colder air sneaks in here and lowers these temperatures. We'll also see if that storm system, the track of it in the jet stream, shifts a little bit more to the south to provide some wraparound snow for Oklahoma. So those will be things I'll be watching for in the extended outlook. Just going to look at the watching for the different look on this one too. How about that? Each model has a slightly different look for the latter part of the week. This is the German model, the Icon model. Nice open trough right here, so it's not quite that closed low. It did have the closed low here, but then it quickly opened it up. So that's going to be an interesting outcome with that. Let me see what it does quickly with the temperatures just to our north. Does it still keep them up there, or does it bring them down a little bit more? Right now, it has the Arctic boundary up here across northwest Oklahoma on into Kansas, so maybe it's a little bit more south than the other. Otherwise, very warm and unstable here in the central part of the state, so it's probably going to like the idea of some strong thunderstorms as well for Wednesday afternoon. So not much difference from the others, and we'll see how things play out with time. This is on the toward the end of the operational run of this period, so we're kind of just now getting into the end period of most of these models where we can finally start to get a little bit more detail. So we shall wait and see how those pan out. All right, that's what I had here for you for tonight. Let me zoom over a couple of comments, concerns, questions, accolades, hate, whatever you want. I'll just quickly scan through here. Let's see. By the way, you guys on YouTube, thanks for coming in and joining us and leaving in the comments. I see a Scorpio and Jim from Mustang always in the house. Stephanie says, if you say we're getting snow and ice again, I quit. You don't have to quit just yet. Debbie from Blanchard's checking in. Good to see you. Let's see what else. You guys continuing your conversations there. All right, so let me go. Guys, by the way, thanks for the stars on Facebook. I saw many of you dropping some here for tonight, so I appreciate that. My girl Jamie's watching. How you doing? Steven's in the house. Good to see you. Let's see. Nate's ready for the pattern change. In other words, he wants more snow, as always. Christina, good to see you on here. Let me see. Scroll up. Chad wants some more snow and ice. He's not done with winter. Beverly's in the house with some stars as well. Same as Michael. Thank you. Thank you. I hope everybody's doing well on good on a Wednesday night. Sharon, so good to see you. Karen, as always, as well. Good to see you. And John, yep, snow's what we're talking about here. And Mimi is so late for the party, but she will watch the replay. Well, that's good because I'm wrapping this party up. So you can catch the replay on that one. And I will be back live as we get closer to this event. I'll probably do a live on, today's Wednesday, so I don't know. For sure, probably by Saturday. And then from that point, not during the Super Bowl, of course, because no one would be watching. I wouldn't think, but maybe I will do some Super Bowl special. I don't know. Probably not. I'll be busy. And so, I don't know. We'll see. Then Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll do some updates and lives for you for that as well. So just stick around. Just watch for the live notifications when they come across. And I guess that's about it for me. So thanks for watching here for tonight, and we'll see how next week goes. So if you're late, we're looking at a Wednesday, Thursday time frame for our next storm. It'll be some heavy thunderstorms, maybe even some severe weather, and then we're going to look at some possible snow wraparound if things go well, fingers crossed, etc., etc. There's a lot that has to be worked out between now and then. But if you're going to be putting out some fertilizer, it does look like some decent beneficial rain, and I mean really good rain. So we need that for the drought. So fingers crossed that does not change. All right, you guys be good tonight. Sleep well. We'll talk again soon. Take care.